Hey, welcome to my channel. This is a Halloween vlog and how I celebrated Samhain and some of the things that I did, especially with my familiar. This is a pumpkin patch near my house, and if you notice the rainbow, it was just really beautiful at this time. This was on my way to taking my dogs for a walk, and this is a ritual that I did this year. And I'll walk you through the steps so you can try it. You can still do it even though it's after Samhain, there's still the energy to do this type of ritual. So basically all you need to do is get a smaller pumpkin and take out all the insides. And I like to actually feed my dogs pumpkin. They really love to eat it and it's healthy for them, especially now that it's a seasonal vegetable and they really do enjoy it. So this is Penny and Max, and here's Millie. I also dehydrated some apples because those are also in season right now, and the dogs also do enjoy apples and it's healthy for them as well, so I always like to give them a taste of whatever vegetables are in season and local in my area. Next, for the ritual, you will need some dry leaves. These are oak leaves that I collected on some of my dog walks, and I've just dried them out, and here's Zorro playing with them. So just a few dry leaves and some herbs. I have chosen lavender. To me, lavender is kind of a go-to herb that I use in a lot of different things. It has a lot of properties. I'm also going to be using sage, and these are all my ingredients all together. And I'm also going to be borrowing some fur from my familiar Zorro, just to add Zorro's energy into the ritual. And Zorro was really interested in what I was doing and curious, so Zorro wanted to be involved. So I think it's really beneficial to add a little part of them if they are willing, and a lighter and pen and paper is also needed. So the very first thing that I do after carving out my pumpkin and getting my supplies is cleansing all my tools and everything that I'm going to be using the ritual with sage. So that's what I'm doing right here. Once everything is cleansed, open up the pumpkin and add your ingredients. This is a ritual that I posted on my Patreon, and I have the written instructions and a little more information on this ritual. So if you're interested in joining that, I do post these types of activities and rituals to do with your familiar. So once you have everything inside your pumpkin, write down things that you want to release, things that you no longer want in your life, things that you no longer need and you would just like to release, the energy you would like to release, thoughts or beliefs that you no longer want that are limiting you or holding you back. So record that down. And Zorro again was really interested in what I was doing, so I just gave him some love. And then fold up or rip up your paper with the things that you have decided to release. So I'm going to rip them up and then add them to my pumpkin. Once they're inside the pumpkin, it is time to light it all on fire. So you're using the pumpkin as a cauldron and you're lighting up everything inside your pumpkin on fire. Of course, do this in a safe place. I ended up taking my pumpkin outside once the fire started going. And then once the things in the pumpkin burned away and you can dispose of the ashes in a safe way, I wrote down the things that I want to bring into my life. So I've now released what I no longer want, and now I'm going to write down what I want to bring. And I like to fold that paper towards me as if I am encouraging it to come towards me. I also went on a walk with my dogs, which is something that I like to do kind of every turn of the wheel, every festival on the wheel of the year, just to observe the nature, see the trees, how they change throughout the year, and really absorb the colors of that time of year. So I love the leaves and the change in the trees and the oranges and the reds. So I just kind of breathe all of that in and just absorb everything and notice everything. Just take in the energy of the nature around me at that time of year. After my walk, I worked on a painting that I had been working on for Samhain, and it's just something that I like to do, be creative, and I was kind of get into the energy of the time of year by painting what I'm feeling or painting the energy that I feel around that time. And of course, all my work usually involves animals. So this year I decided to paint some hellhounds. and this is a painting that I will be posting prints of in my Etsy shop. I haven't done it yet, but it will be coming. And I also had a fun little photo shoot with my dogs, and Zorro got involved as well. The other cats aren't so interested in taking photos or being as patient, so I just dressed them up and set up a nice little background and just had some fun. And there were lots of treats involved, and the animals enjoy it too when they get lots of treats and cookies. So these are just some clips. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably would have seen some of the final pictures that I posted. And that was my festivities and activities, and how some of the ways that I celebrated this time of year, just really getting involved in the nature and the seasonal vegetables and local vegetables, and just doing what felt like the energy needed at that time. Of course, I also did some tarot and things like that, and I posted some spreads in my Facebook group and on my Patreon if you're interested. Like I said, there's still the energy going on that from Samhain that you can still work with. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.